Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. Today's guest is Ahmed El Sherbini, Chief Marketing Officer at One Development. They have just had the most incredible and talked about launch for Laguna Residence with special guests like Amar Diab and Karina Kapoor there to celebrate. One Development is all about creating homes that truly connect with people, putting customer inspiration at the heart of everything they do. But now we're going to learn more about what that really means. So welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Good morning, and thank you for having me here with you today. Thank you so much.
Good morning. That was quite an event. It made waves. First of all, I want to say congratulations on the launch of Laguna Residence. Could you start by telling us about One Development and what's the vision behind the company?
Absolutely. First of all, thank you so much for having me with you today. It's really touching to receive a lot of positive feedback about the event from our industry partners, media partners, and actually from the community itself. One Development is a homegrown boutique development. We just basically in the beginning of our journey. It just 6 months ago. However, we're very proud of what we have done so far. We have offices in Abu Dhabi and Dubai, and we're on a journey of becoming an international developer in the next 5 years.
How are you going to make it unique? As we mentioned at the beginning, Dubai real estate market is thriving. So what will be special about One Development?
The uniqueness of One Development is we are going to be the first master development to integrate AI technology across all our communities and developments, basically. And this is something that we're very proud of. Through the investment, through our internal technology companies, our sister companies, we've been investing in technology to enhance different and integrate different APs, and we're going to actually own our own IP. We're going to register our own IP for that basically AI technology. And it's all about the convenience of our communities and people and the residents in terms of facilities, amenities. So AI is definitely one of the most important things. And this is something that we're trying to close the gap within the real estate market.
Mm-hmm. So One Development's slogan is inspired by you. Could you explain more about that?
Inspired by you for us is not just a matter of a slogan or just few words. It's something really dear to our hearts. We worked hard to get that, to reach that message. And we literally listened to the community. We went out, we talked to people like us from the community. And I believe inspired by you literally represent the UAE and represent the diversity of the community within Dubai with all the nationalities, aspirations. Every single person has something different. We talked to the grandmother, the grandfather, the kids. We even wanted to make sure, as you can see in our TVC behind, the dog. Even we wanted to make sure that even pets are included within our community. So inspired by you reflects on every single person within our community. We wanted to make sure that we listen to people's requirements, dreams, aspiration, what type of communities they would like to resonate with. And this is literally how it came to life. We're very proud of it. We try to actually connect it with every single piece of content or message or creative that we're creating across all our communication, whether online or offline.
So it's pet friendly, I'm assuming. Love to hear it.
Absolutely.
But let's go a little deeper into that. So what do you think are the key things that people have asked for? Like, what are the key things that people want in their communities? Like, what are the messages that you heard from the audience?
People want serenity. People want green places. People want to feel safe. People want to feel connected to the communities around them. People were also looking for areas where they can spend time with their friends, being themselves. So it's all simple things that we hear, but it's nice to hear from the people themselves directly, without filters. So we can actually make sure that in every single development, we really capture those in all our future developments.
So Laguna Residence is quite a unique property, as we saw before, but can you tell us what makes it so special?
Well, Laguna Residence, which we actually launched on the 23rd of October in our grand launch last week, is our first flagship project. And it's strategically located on Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Road at City of Arabia. We're very proud of that project. It's going to be 2 iconic towers, 50 floor each, which is, I believe, something completely new in this kind of area over there, which is going to make it a really iconic landmark. And the most important thing and the unique thing is that we have the first swimming beach lagoon on a podium level between 2 towers. And I believe this maybe is not actually available in the market at the moment or maybe in the region. This is something that's going to make that project actually quite unique. And not only that, we have more than 30 plus amenities around the lagoon area. between walking tracks, cycling tracks, barbecue areas, indoor gym, indoor cinema, outdoor cinema, courts. We have surfing pool as well. There's a lot of interesting things, and all was derived again from listening to people and their inspirations, and wanted to make sure that we capture as many facilities and amenities within the project itself. And the project consists of different units, from studios up to lofts, sky villas, sky apartments, and obviously 2 and 3 bedroom apartments as well.
You know, I just realized as you're speaking of all of those incredible amenities, how amazing it is as a resident that there's so much, I guess, competitiveness among real estate developers, because you're just changing the game. And all of those things you've described are phenomenal, I think, in comparison to where I've lived here before previously. But you mentioned AI as a focus as well. So what would that mean as a resident? So if I'm to purchase a Laguna Residence, how will AI change my life there?
Well, it's all about your convenience. Again, I said earlier, it's inspired by you. So it's basically everything has to do with your convenience in your day-to-day life. AI for us is not just a smart home. It's beyond smart home. It's everything has to do from the moment even your guests are coming to you, how we actually come to the facility itself, how we make sure that they park easily, they get into the gate easily, to every single facility and amenity within the premises itself. So it's kind of connected to your gym, to your house, to the facilities, to the services, everything within your community. It's all about your convenience, security and safety basically within the community itself, for you and the family members, of course.
We were just talking about like real estate and like moving and stuff like that. It sounds like maybe we should move.
Yeah. So I think it's a good idea.
I love the facilities that you described at Laguna Residence, but more on the launch event. It was so good to see like the turnout and how amazing it was. Obviously, everyone was talking about it, but obviously our eyes were on Kareena Kapoor and Amir Carrara. So it was really nice to see, you know, they were present there and as brand ambassadors. So why these two people?
Well, I think we were so lucky, to be honest with you. And again, I will not only talk about those two icons, but I will actually mention more of other celebrities who joined us as well. Again, part of narrating our brand story was very important for us, and we wanted to make sure that we narrated in a nice and special way. Of course, having iconic superstars like Raya and Sharif Munir as the MCs of the event, I believe this is something that really added to the flavor and the connection between both of them. Regarding Kareena and Amir, usually the selection of brand ambassadors is not something easy. It's something that you have to be very careful about who represents your brand, who talks on behalf of you, who actually is kind of his visual is in relation with your brand. Based on the statistics, the numbers, and our target audience and the investment from which markets, we looked at the top 10 markets of where the investments are coming in. And this is basically based on statistics and data. And according to that, for example, the Indian market is one of the top markets still in terms of investment, and we didn't find anyone better than Kareena basically to be our support. She's a mother, she's a very well-known, I would say, Bollywood superstar and icon, well-positioned, well-perceived by the community. So I think she really represents what the values of the brand and the connection between One Development. And on Amir's side is actually represent more in terms of the Arab world, in terms of the culture, the Middle East, the Egyptian market, and actually all the kind of GCC and Middle Eastern country as well. So I think it's the combination between both of them which help us to reach a wider target audience by different languages and different interests as well.
Well, I feel like the audience was certainly reached for sure with that major event. Laguna Residence is the flagship for One Development. What's on the vision board? What are you manifesting for future? Can you speak about further projects that people could look forward to?
Well, this is just the beginning. Let's put it this way. We are a very ambitious company. We have a lot of dreams. This is just our first steps basically into the real estate industry. We are already in discussion of a couple of other opportunities in 2025. Laguna Residence is the first flagship projects, but it's definitely not going to be the last. We have a lot of big plans, and our plan, as I mentioned earlier, is actually to evolve into international markets. So the focus is, yes, definitely the UAE, Dubai, and Abu Dhabi, but also to expand into international markets within the next 3 to 5 years.
Are you speaking about regionally or internationally?
Both.
Interesting.
So Dubai's new real estate strategy 2033 aims to grow the sector's transactions to 1 trillion dirhams. How does One Development plan to support Dubai's big real estate goals over the next decade? Like, What does One Development plan to do to, be part of that 1 trillion dirham transactions in 2033?
Well, that's a very important question. I believe as a homegrown UAE developer, we have a role to play, and obviously, which is basically contribute to the UAE economy. And having said that, our first project was approximately 2 billion dirham investment, as we announced earlier. We believe that this is something definitely significant to attract international investors, to interact with working with partners, etc., to kind of boost that economy. So we feel obliged. We feel this is something definitely on top of our agenda. And for all the upcoming projects, whether it's villas or apartments, mega project, medium-sized projects that we're focusing on, we'll definitely make sure that boosting the UAE economy is something on top of our agenda.
That is Ahmed El-Sherbini, Chief Marketing Officer at One Development. We really appreciate your time this morning. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure to be with you today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Farah.
Thank you.
And that brings us to the end of our show on this beautiful Monday morning. We'll be back here tomorrow morning, same time, same place. Bye-bye.
Bye.